Hello, Chippewa readers and writers. Miss Sorensen here, and I have the pleasure of sharing with you a strategy today that is going to take you deeper in meaning of text and help you recognize some of those important details that take you into deeper meaning in a text. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to be using the story today called The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. And if you want to experience the story, you can click on my link here in the doc and go ahead and listen to it if that makes more sense to you. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you a quick summary. This story is about, well, first of all, it's often read to young children, but when you apply this strategy that I'm going to teach you today called Symbols Repeat, you're going to see that there are some adult themes and just really complex topics revealed in this story. And how I'm going to access those is by using a strategy called Symbols Repeat. Now, this story is about a boy and a tree, and it seems quite simple. The title reveals the plot. This tree gives everything she has to the boy. And I say she, although the gender of the tree is not revealed, because it kind of resembles a parent and child relationship. So the boy and the tree go throughout their lifetime together, and this relationship is somewhat one sided. The boy asks the tree for everything that he wants, and the tree, with pleasure, gives the boy everything that he asks for. So it's a one sided relationship, and eventually the boy destroys the tree. There is nothing left to the tree at the end but a stump because the tree has given everything she or he has to the boy. And so that is the quick summary of the story. And now I'm going to go deeper with the meaning. I just gave you kind of a surface level understanding of the story, and now I'm going to go deeper. So, how do I do this? Well, when I'm reading my book, I go through and I'm going to identify things that I see repeating. And the big repetition happening in this book is that the tree is reusing that action of giving. And she's giving these different objects to the boy. And I wonder, these two questions here help me go deeper. I wonder what it means or represents, that act of giving. And I wonder how I can look at how it's being used by the writer. And so I'm going to examine that. And then I'm going to ask myself why it's important. So I have completed my chart applying the story, The Giving Tree. I want you to take a look at it. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here. Okay. So what did I notice when I read? First of all, I noticed the act of the tree, giving over and over again. And then I decided to pay attention to what the tree was actually giving the child or the young man and eventually the old man because he grows up over the plot. There's leaves and apples. She gives him her trunk to communicate his feelings. She also gives him her trunk to make a boat. And the boy, I feel like the boy means something more than a boy. Because we see the repetition of this boy's actions of wanting things, but never really getting anything that he needs. So when I go back and think about the story and go to the actual parts in the text, there are not a lot of words, but there are pictures. And so I'm going to use those imagery. I'm going to use that imagery and those words to help me make some meaning. So I think that the tree could represent or could symbolize generosity and unconditional love, and maybe that love that you experience from a parent or grandparent. The leaves and the apples are consumed by the boy. He puts the leaves on his head and chomps around, pretending that he's the king, okay, which shows me how he feels about himself and how he feels in comparison to the tree. And he eats and sells the apples from the tree in order to get money. So I felt like that kind of symbolized greed. The boy also makes a boat out of the tree trunk, and the tree willingly gives him her trunk, and he builds this to escape and run away. And I thought this taught an important lesson in the story that you cannot run away from your problems, which was clearly what the boy was trying to do. Of course, at the end, he ended up coming back to the tree anyway. So I hope you find this helpful. When you read, setting a purpose while you read is going to help you go deeper into your meaning much more easily and with more interest. And notice the symbols. Symbols can be objects, people, places, things, as we can see here. Also, the author is signaling to you to recognize these by using repetition. So pay attention to that. Lastly, I'd really like you to try this strategy. Your teacher has more directions for you and will make the anchor chart available so you can apply it to your next text. Good luck.